I look so stupid. I wasn't sure if it was supposed to go because there's a little hook in the back. I wasn't sure if I wore it like this or like this. So I just put it like this, and I had my glasses, but I can't put all the earrings because
Wait, how do you have two cameras on? It's cool.
That's
Also, too much light. Yes, it's there. You have two cameras.
yes. That's so cool. I don't. Should I throw on the glasses?
Wait,
I wish I had
light.
glasses,
This light is just.
but not my vision being impaired. I don't want that. That's yeah.
Oh gosh, this light
That's
is
not good.
just. It's okay. Should I do? Oh gosh, that's too bright. I have two lights on at the same time. Two lights.
I look all dark because I mean it's dark outside. I'm right in front of a window. I'm right in front of a window, but it's nighttime. So like during the Zoom classes at school, I have to like keep adjusting my blinds because my face gets all shiny. Shiny. And I gave my lamp to my sister, so I don't have a lamp anymore.
It's probably the same dress I'll wear for the graduation. If we have a graduation, that is.
I have my confirmation outfit. It's just like a blouse and a skirt. Because we weren't allowed to wear pants.
Well, actually, I have dress pants. My mom gave me her old dress pants that she got from 20 years ago. So,
Ooh, nice.
but they fit, and I can wear dress pants now.
That's nice.
How many years do you have?
The confirmation, they said, you can't wear it.
Why is chat disabled?
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's. That's where I wanna be. Yeah.
Wait, Michael, why is chat disabled? Chat is
Five
disabled.
Nights at Freddy's. That's where I wanna be. You can't wear it.
Why is chat disabled?
Yeah.
That's your other stream. I clicked on your old stream. The new one. Oh, I just wanna be. Yeah.
Wait, Michael, why is chat disabled? Chat is disabled.
Hold on
a second.
That's where I wanna be. You can't wear it.
Why is chat disabled?
I just That's your other stream.
I off the cow.
I clicked on your old
Wait.
Oh,
Wait, is this lagging behind?
Yeah, your stream's lagging a bit because I clicked on it and I heard my awful voice. That's so. It's delayed. It's delayed. That's okay.
Okay, so
it won't be entirely live, but it's like it's mostly live. True.
Yeah, Michael, you're just entirely dead. Sorry.
He's gone.
I'm just adding the finishing touches to my slideshow.
Yeah. Should I like message him?
Well,
is he a call?
Josh literally contributed nothing to this campaign. He's just here for the fun. I know.
Don't say that.
You should vote for me and Michael. I'd rather have Michael than Josh.
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
not how elections work. If you vote one party, you vote like the whole party.
Yeah, that works, I guess. I think that's how it works in real life, though. I think. Like with the recent.
Wait, so does that mean I have to make two separate ballots?
Oh, Katie, no! Because Katie already made one.
No, it's not like it doesn't publish. I don't have to publish it yet. I'll just copy and paste the same thing and just change a few of the wording.
Okay. Hi! Are you watching the stream? Yeah.
People are watching, it says.
That's so cool.
It's weird, like when you go to the debate.
Josh Haraberta is a war criminal.
Oh.
No comment.
That's
It's
cap.
in there.
Find a good picture.
That's cap.
It's cute. Oh.
At the same time, I was a spy
No,
for
it's
you
not.
guys, so those cancel out.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
Plus, I'm not the only person at fault for the war. Mason caused it, so.
I didn't even say anything during the
Don't say
war.
that.
I just kind of sat and watched. That was cool.
Wait, did he join? Finally? Oh, it's John. Just John.
Oh.
Just good old John.
Wait,
John's
Hey, John.
here. Hey, John.
Wait, I thought I only allowed I put special
John's-
perms on this. But I guess I
What
did-
would you like to
what is
be
going
my
on? Mason? What
John?
is...
You get to be my
Debate.
vice president.
Wait, what?
John, you've probably been more useful to my campaign than Josh has been, and you haven't even done anything for it.
Oh, no, Josh,
Don't go cheating on us
I
now.
think Josh was
please.
trying to get endorsements.
Wait, is Clara Judge Judy? What the hell?
No, she's.
It was my
Michael, you
costume.
look like Michael. You look like Jim from The Office.
I was
Yes, I kind of see it.
Gym moment.
And easy
Gym moment.
with 13. You're fine. You just look okay.
Katie. Good job, Katie.
Yo,
This is
Michael,
my-
you look ridiculous. in
I
that
can't
outfit.
see. You're
You look
loading, Claire. I'm
ridiculous.
gonna
I'm
read.
loading. This was my Halloween costume.
Oh yes,
I
it was
was-
Claire's Halloween costume from last
I was
year.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Rest in peace.
Oh.
Yeah. It's cool.
Okay.
Is this
my
debate
slide is
still
almost
going
done.
on? When did this debate start?
Okay,
It
let's
didn't
see.
start.
7.
It was
We're
supposed
waiting
to
for
start
Josh.
23 minutes ago, but Josh doesn't know how to.
No,
I mean,
like,
the presidential
also
debate
put on my
first.
camera. Let me also put on my camera.
Okay,
Right.
wait.
okay,
So
so
that would mean like everybody but me, Mason,
wait,
Yeah.
Claire, I'm gonna
Alright.
use the chat on the
everybody,
docs and talk
Okay.
to you.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's just hope that my cookbook.
Yes. Everyone, the vice presidential candidates, please leave this call if you want.
No,
to
you
watch.
could just mute yourself.
can
It's
stay.
fine.
It's better. All candidates can
Actually,
stay.
here's a question.
Anyone who
Wait,
isn't,
never mind. Because
please leave.
I was
if
about
you
to ask if the
want.
vice presidential candidates could vote since they're not voting with the since they're not packed in with, but they help the presidential candidate with their campaign anyway, so they wouldn't be allowed to vote.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of dumb.
Really have a good angle.
Oh, Tristan's here. Hi, Tristan. What's up? We have to.
Stealing.
I don't want to move him out because then I'd feel bad.
There's no need to move him out.
Yeah, he's not doing. He's not causing any harm. He's good.
Alright, should we start without Josh?
I guess so.
We kind of have to.
All right. Okay.
So
Everyone mute that isn't modern.
since Mason is
Okay.
the primary candidate, basically, since he had the last term, I feel like you should ask him his questions first.
Yes. Okay. Let
And
us
I'll just
begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first presidential and vice presidential debate of Funwood IHOP. We will begin. Applaud. I think we will begin by first asking Mason, the former president of Funwood IHOP, a few questions. We will give you 2 minutes per question. Katie and I will ask your own questions going back and forth. And I will time you on my phone. And when time is up, I will ask you to stop. And then once the presidents are done, presidential candidates are finished, we can ask some of the vice presidential candidates some questions as well. And then you can do your speeches and slideshows.
For the rules, it's please don't interrupt the other campaign while they are speaking. Keep the insults at a minimum.
No swearing on my Minecraft Christian server.
No swearing. What else?
Well, if you're watching the stream, I know Michael and Mason's chats are off, but if they do happen to turn them on, please be very positive and don't spam their discords either. Like, don't at them or anything. That's all we ask.
Oh, Leah's watching. Hi, Leah.
Oh, hi, Leah. If at the end we
Probably
will be.
actually just turn on Do Not
Oh,
Disturb
hello,
so we
Leah.
don't get any ads.
Yeah, good idea. Everyone, just turn on your Do Not Disturb, and then we will begin shortly. Whenever you guys are done, we'll just wait for Josh G to show up. But I guess now we can just start with the questions. Okay, my first question is for Mason. Number 1. How would you change?
My headphones.
Hello. What was that? Yeah, you can get your headphones.
Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, I mean, is
All right,
everyone?
yeah.
Everyone hear him? Okay. Let me just pull up my timer. Oh, and also, does anyone have any other questions before we begin?
I do.
Oh, okay. Hello, Leah. You may ask.
I ignored Discord for the past couple of days. So what's happening? I'm sorry.
So today we will be having our first ever debate in Fun World. The two parties are the Birthday Party and the Democratic Republic Party. The Birthday Party candidates, the presidential candidate is Mason, the vice presidential candidate is Josh G, and then for the Democratic Republic Party, the presidential candidate is Josh H, and the vice presidential candidate is Michael. And they're running for the president/vice president of Fun World. Voting will be next Friday. Today they're just debating on
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you so
of
much.
course.
Sorry.
If anyone else has any other questions, you can put them in the debate chat. And good job, Mason. And if not, then we will begin.
What we're doing?
We're gonna start. I'm just making sure. Okay, no one has any questions. Cool. All right. The first question will be for the presidential candidates, and I will start with Mason. Okay. How would you change or improve the policies of Fun World IHOP? You have 2 minutes to answer this question. You may begin.
Oh, Claire, listen. I would give the people what they want. I would say no taxes for anyone because they're not needed in a Discord server. The Hoagies, they have the same rights as everyone else, so that's all cleared up. And I demanded 10-foot-long Hoagie roll, which I will produce for all you Hoagies. And also, I will leave a discussion channel for ideas and other policies that you want. And that's pretty much my policies. But I also have another list.
Okay, and our next question will be, what new policies would you add? So you can hold off if you want. Is that all right? Okay, we will move on to Michael. Let me just restart my timer.
Michael's the vice presidential candidate.
My bad, I didn't see you, Josh. Okay. Sorry, Josh. All right, I will ask you the question now.
The defining moment of the debate. Finally doing it.
Okay. How would you change or improve the policies of Fun World IHOP? You have 2 minutes to answer this question. You may begin.
I have a few ideas for how I could change the existing policies, although most of my policies are new. But the only one I can really think of off the top of my head is adding a channel that outlines consequences. In our current system, the result of rule breaking isn't outlined. The only way you can know the consequences of rule breaking is if somebody breaks a rule and you can literally see the consequences. Or if it's an obvious rule, like using a slur, most notably the F word, but also the N word, but also the F slur. Those are really the only things that are specifically outlined. We don't have a specific channel for what will happen if you do this, what happens when you abuse your power. Those aren't outlined, and actually I'm pretty sure abuse of power isn't a rule. Like, you're not allowed to do that. That's really the only one I can think of at the moment. if I had any more, but I would say anything. But I'm also pretty sure that's the only one that I've changed. Most of mine are new.
Okay, thank you, Josh. I will now let Katie ask one of her questions if she would like.
Can I say my policy because I finally have them pulled up?
Oh, sure. That would be
course.
you two may both say your policies right now, and then we will move on to one of Katie's questions. Mason, you may begin.
All right, I'm just gonna go through the ones that are important. Think about what you want to eat. Like the birthday party is all about having a good time, having good food. So think about what you want to eat and enjoy it. If you don't like it, tell me. And I can't do anything about that. You have to be vaccinated. Everyone has to be vaccinated. Because if you're not vaccinated, you'll die. You'll trouble. And I do not tolerate any racism or slurs or like saying this is bad because I like it. Because it's racist.
Does Karen count?
Oh yeah. No. Shut up, Josh. I'm speaking. Delete armies from existence. And pieces for everyone.
Thank you, Mason. Sorry, you did cut out a bit during that, but I think you got most of your points across. Now we will let Josh say some of his policies, and then Katie may ask one of her questions, and I will also time you. Okay. Go ahead, Josh.
Out of all the policies that I'd add, the one that's most important to me, and the one that I most hope would be added even if I lose the election, is an impeachment clause. If the president breaks a rule, a petition can be started to impeach them. If the majority votes them out, the president votes that yes, the president's violating a rule, the president will be impeached. I explain it more in a PowerPoint that I made. It was really just to get my thoughts on paper and lay them out bare bones. But this is the most important to me. I feel like people should have the power to impeach a president, since that's how it works in the United States. That's how it should work here.
Okay, thank you, Josh. Now we will move on to one of Katie's questions when she is done typing.
I am ready.
Okay, I will start typing. And then, let me pull up.
Wait.
Do you want to time, or do you want me to time?
One moment. So something's happening.
Oh, no. We're having a bit of real-life difficulties. Just give Katie one moment.
My
Okay.
sister's having friends over. So, okay.
Okay.
Mason, will you earnestly listen to the thoughts and ideas of the citizens of Funworld IHOP, and please elaborate on how you will do that?
2 minutes, begin.
I'll take the ideas, determine if they're credible or not, and then I'll have a discussion with the higher ups, like the admins or my vice president Josh. And we'll discuss it for like a good amount of time, and see if it's worth it, and if it is, we'll employ it within like an hour or so. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so the same question for Josh.
Your time begins now.
Okay, so that's part of the party that we are, the Democratic Republican Party. The citizens vote on basically everything. If someone wants a new policy, you vote on it. If someone wants to impeach the president, you vote on it. It's really just not in my power to veto a vote immediately, because that gives me way too much power. And I just feel like if I have too much power, I'm going to end up doing something stupid. So it's really more so the people at the bottom of the ladder have a chance to have a say in things.
Thank you. Is that
Okay,
all?
thank you, Josh.
That's all.
All right.
Okay.
I will
Claire,
now
you may.
stop my timer, and I will ask you my next question. Okay. My last question was, what new policies would you add? But since you guys already elaborated on that, I will just ask you the next question. If a user breaks one of the rules on Funworld IHOP, what will be the consequences for that user? Mason, you will begin. I will give you 2 minutes, and when the timer stops, I will let you know. Your time begins now.
Can you get into further detail for the question, please?
Of course. So say a user breaks one of your policies or rules, like saying language or profanity that isn't really allowed. What would you do? Would you ban them? Would you give them a warning? How many warnings would you give them before you ban them? That's basically.
Well, the first time I would make it so they're muted until further notice, and then I'll unmute them, and if they say it again, I'll give them a warning, and if they say it a third time by chance, then they'll get banned. That's only for like slurs. If you curse, it's fine because I was in high school and that doesn't really matter. But if it's anything like personal, then that does not belong here. That is not good. No, no, no. So yeah. And if you spam, I already have a bot that'll take care of it. So that's not really a big deal anymore, as it was back before I learned how to use Me6.
Okay, thank you, Rayson. I will now ask Josh the same question. If you want me to repeat the question, I will do so now.
Yes, please repeat the question.
Okay. If a user breaks one of the rules on Funworld IHOP, what will be the consequences for that user? Say if they use a slur or they break one of your rules that you want to add
Or
to
they're
Funworld
like just
IHOP.
not being kind to the members
Yes.
of the server.
Also, I mean, I know you don't tolerate bullying, so you will have 2 minutes to answer this question. You may begin.
Okay, my mic's on, right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure. Okay, so I have like a ladder system that I have to go into more detail in the future, but using your slur example, it depends on the context of the slur. If someone's just kind of using it in passing because they feel like it, it's a temporary ban, 10 days, which is actually longer than my normal temporary ban system, but it's a temporary ban for 10 days. If the party that slur would be offending decides it isn't offensive to them, they can make the temp ban end early. Think of Tristan being fine with Jacob using the N-word. That's happened a few times now, because of course it has. If the slur is used to offend somebody, it's an immediate permanent ban. That's not something that I would want in Funworld or in any server, period.
Okay, thank you, Josh. We will now let Katie ask one of her questions when she is finished typing.
Let's see here. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. Okay, that answers my question. Okay. Thoughts of like Funworld IHOP expansion, Mason?
2 minutes.
Thoughts on just expanding the server?
Can you elaborate by that? Because I'm not really sure what's expanding.
Okay. Like just expand maybe to
like adding new channels.
I don't know, more people. I don't know.
Adding more
Yes,
channels.
expanding in that way also.
Maybe like more game
Like
species.
If I begin to see a pattern of this game being played and popularized within the server, I'll add a channel for it so multiple people aren't playing like different games in the same PC because that can get confusing. Yeah, and with Funworld, like the picture with like the IHOP and the church, I'll definitely expand that. I'll probably add some like houses in the background for fun. And yeah, and also like I said before with the policies, requests for like the text channels and stuff and what channels the people want. So yeah, that's my standpoint.
Okay, thank you, Mason. Katie, once you finish typing, you may now like ask Josh the same question again, or if Josh already knows his answer, I can start the timer.
Yes, Josh. So what would
Oh yes.
what would your thoughts be on like expanding maybe voice channels, text channels, I don't know, more people. I don't know. What do you think about it though?
Okay. So when I first heard this question, I thought you were talking about like opening it to the public or something. It's really the same thing that Mason would do though, adding more channels if it came more
Okay.
popularized. There's not really much you can do. It's either you're against expansion of the server or you're for it. But
Yes,
in
I was just
terms
asking
of-
what your thoughts.
In terms of making the server public, open to more parties, open to more people, I don't know what I'd do in that situation. Because it's a
Okay,
lot
but-
more difficult to run a public server than it is a private server like we have.
Yes.
It's really the same thing that Mason would do though.
Well, thank you. Back to Claire.
Thank you, Josh. I will ask you my next question. What type of government would you like to enforce on Fun World IHOP? Example is Republican, Communist, Monarchy, Theocratic, Democratic, etc. Mason, you may start. You have 2 minutes.
I didn't really get to hear the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can repeat it. So if you were to enforce, what type of government would you like to have on Fun World IHOP? Would you like to have like a monarchy, a republic, a democracy, anything like that?
Oh, the government, that's kind of complicated because there's not really a word for it, but I'd be more relaxed. Like, not a dictatorship, as people have said in the past, even though that's way over exaggeration. But yeah, I would just make it more calm, let people do what they want as long as it's within the guidelines and the rules and stuff. So I'll try to stop it as best I could before like anyone is impacted or affected by it.
Okay, thank you, Mason. Sorry, my mic cut out a bit. So basically, since we're letting people vote now, it's technically, I would say, either a republic or a democracy, but most likely a republic. Now we will ask Josh the same question. I can repeat it if you would like.
Your question was about what system of government I would use?
Yes.
Okay.
You may begin.
So, I have said this a bunch of times, it's even in my party name. The Democratic Republican Party is one that I actually think works really well with a server of this size. If it gets to like 40, 50 people, it might start to become a problem. But the Democratic Republican Party and a Democratic Republic as a whole is more about letting the citizens vote on things directly. The way it is in America is like a bunch of people vote on things, and based on the population of said state, they get votes for that thing. That system has flaws that I'm not going to go into. But I think a Democratic Republican government would work really well. Having the citizens vote on things, letting people at the bottom have power in votes and rules and channels being made, and presidents being impeached. So that's, I've said it 1,000 times, I swear. But that is really just my whole process for going over this kind of thing.
Okay, thank you, Josh. We will now, Katie may ask one of her questions. And I will tell you.
Okay, let's see. Okay, this should be an easy one. It's just like if you like have a suggestion for it. So Mason, what like election increments should Fun World follow? Like how many like I don't know, how many times a year should we have an election just to keep things fresh?
Well, I'd say this server was started around what would you say, Michael? Because you were one of the first people here. Like February or March, probably, or April. So I'd say like every 6 months, I guess, because that would make more sense.
Okay.
And 6 months is a good time to restart because the server's pretty old, and I'm surprised that it stayed alive for as long as it did. 6 months, 6 to 5 months is pretty good.
Okay, thank you.
Good, good.
Josh, the same question, like, election increments. Would you like the same, or would you like more, or not more?
Like in the U.S., would you like 4 games?
I personally would have gone with 8 or 9 months. Mostly because I'm pretty sure that's about as long as the servers existed. 8 or 9 months. Definitely hasn't been 6 months yet. It's definitely been longer than 6 months. I know that for a fact. But it's really just, I don't think it's that important as long as it's shorter than like 2 years. 4 years definitely wouldn't work. But even like a year, 2 years is way too long. And 2 months, 3 months is way too short. So a happy medium in between like 10 months and 5 months would anywhere in that spectrum would work for me.
Okay, thank you, Josh. I will now ask one of my questions, but before that, I'm just gonna reload my Discord. Give me one moment. Okay, sorry, I am back. Okay. My next question is for Mason, and it is: are you a supporter of bots? Mason, you have 2 minutes.
Bots?
Yes, just like what kind of bots would you add to the server? Would you keep certain bots and get rid of other bots?
Well, I think the bots we have now are pretty good. Because just
Oh, Mason, you seem to be cutting out a bit. Sorry.
something.
Thank you. I'm sorry. You did cut out a lot in there. I couldn't hear much. I don't know. I also can't hear Katie.
Oh, so from
Oh, wait, I
what
can hear you.
we heard is that you like the bots that we have now, and you wouldn't really change that much unless a new bot comes, maybe, and that you really like.
Yes, I think that's all we
Can I
heard.
just say it again because I'm on my phone now, so it's not going to be as laggy.
Yeah, sure. And also, both your camera and Michael's camera are loading, but that's okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
So basically, what I said was the bots we have now are like good for what we need and stuff. But yeah, because yeah, I'm open to discussion for which bots to add. So yeah, I don't really have any other ideas for bots to add, but I'm open for ideas to it.
Okay, thank you so much. I will now ask Josh the same question. If you want me to repeat it, I can.
Yes.
Okay, so what are your opinions, and are you a supporter of bots? Like, if you find a new bot, would you add it? Would you get rid of other bots on the server that you may or may not like? Stuff like that.
Well, like most things, it would probably just be up to a vote by the citizens of Fun World. New bots probably would have been a rare occurrence anyway, even if I didn't have this obsession with voting on everything. But I don't think there's really much of a need to add any more bots. Like Mason said, for a server of our size, with the bots that we have, it's really just, it's fine. There's no need to add anything else. Hydra's fine, ME6 is a lifesaver. Dank Memer is the only one that I'm basically just on the fence about. but since it needs like an NSFW channel instead of like literally anything, that's not really a thing. Obviously, porn bots, Rule 34 bots, those wouldn't be allowed because, you know, there's no NSFW channel in the server, and there are children here. But other than that, bots are really, there's no need to prohibit bots from being added, and it would just be up to a vote. Unless it's a porn bot, those are banned outright.
Okay, thank you so much, Josh. I will now let Katie answer one of her questions. Oh, and also Michael, for you, your camera still seems to be loading. I don't know if that's for anyone else. I don't know.
I
It
saw
could just be bad internet. Okay, Katie, you
Claire,
answer.
by the way, I think that was your questions. So
Yes.
now we're gonna ask questions on like get to know your candidates, right? Okay. So for my first question, for the personal questions, what about we like? So for you, what name like 3 good skills that contribute to the server already? Mason, you may take the floor.
Well, I guess I'm good with technology a little bit because I can adapt really fast to like how to make a server or like how to make changes in it. And yeah, I guess that plays a really big factor in it because the server's pretty functional with like all the roles and how the bots are organized. Let's see. The second one would probably be like I guess I'm just more mature when it comes to the rules. So yeah, I'm good at like making rules, and I'm still open to open for discussion for all the rules because really most of these things I just want to listen to like the people that are in the server and that are like the ones contributing to it by like because the server wouldn't be the same without like the amount of people that are here. So yeah, I guess those are some good things about the server that I've contributed and pretty much everyone else in the server. So yeah.
No, one moment, please. I need to restart my Discord.
Sorry,
I
I
need
need
to
to
restart
restart.
mine for a second. Sorry. Okay, my camera. Oh, I can see Michael's camera again. Right after the get to know you president thing, we'll do the. I think we might just ask the same questions.
I
that
just have
we asked.
one thing.
It only has one, two, 2 more questions left after this one, and that's it.
Alright, one thing to say, just one thing before we continue. Michael,
After the questions.
you're gonna talk, man. Okay, you're gonna
Yes,
talk.
don't worry.
About it. Don't worry about
I know,
it.
I know. Well, Michael's stream is just everyone listening. Yeah, but don't worry. I will make sure that you get to talk. I don't know.
Are we doing that before or after Michael and Josh get to have their vice presidential discussion?
What the
The PowerPoint.
speeches?
Before or after?
That'll be after Michael and Josh's questions, I think.
Okay.
Just so that way we have all the stuff, and then we can do that. And
Okay, Jess, I'm sorry. I wasn't in, unless everyone else heard, which is fine.
no, he didn't answer the question yet.
Okay. We'll just be ready.
I had to restart my Discord. What was the question
I also
again?
did. Okay, so like name like 3 skills that you're good at that like already contribute to the server or will contribute to the server.
Well, like Mason said, I'm pretty okay with electronics at worst. I'm pretty okay with electronics. I know my way around the Discord server. I've been the one a lot of people have asked to invite bots to their specific Discord server. And another is that I like to think that I'm pretty good at being impartial on decisions that don't involve me. Like in the Hoagie War, just includes air quotes. In the Hoagie War, Kenobi and Mason used me as like the one person to compromise, and I missed out on a lot of Minecraft because of that. But I was used as the one person that was sent to compromise between the two and try and reach a happy medium between Mason and Kenobi, so the server wouldn't be spammed by a bunch of raids over and over and over again.
Okay. Be good. Yes. Okay. Now for the second personal question. Mason, name 3
Mason
skills
is
that
deafened.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Alright, I'm back. I was just checking something.
Mason, so for the second personal question is name 3 skills that you want to improve on, maybe.
3 skills I would want to improve on.
Or like qualities
Well,
that are aimed towards the server.
Well, I still want to get better with how the server's moderated, with like the with like how spamming is being deleted by the bots and stuff. I still want to get better at like I guess programming them to like see something like keywords that aren't allowed and just like deleting the text immediately. Because I think that would be something to be good at. So the server is moderated and it's just like a safe place for everyone.
Yeah.
And another thing I would want is you know, I really don't know. This is kind of a hard question.
Yes.
But I guess that's like one of the major things I want to improve on.
Okay. Thank you. Josh, name maybe like a few skills that you want to improve on for like that you could improve on that would better the server.
Sorry. Like Mason, I think he said, programming and coding and stuff is a really big one. You can program your own bots in Discord, and there are tutorials online for it, but I feel like that's not enough. If there were like specially programmed bots for Fun World that we could get to auto-moderate things, maybe even get to take screenshots of conversations for people who use like hard art and words so we can see what they're talking about, the context it was used in, things like that. That's something that would really improve the server. I could also get better at trying to see the other side of an argument, because Mason and I both need to definitely improve on that. Neither of us are the best at that if we're involved in said argument.
Thank you. Okay, so this question may seem not good for a debate, but just to get to know your candidates. So Mason, which ice cream flavor do you prefer?
Oh, that's easy. Mint chocolate chip, obviously. Nothing can top mint chocolate chip. And that's a fact. Because first of all, mint chocolate chip from like Friendly's, that is so good. That is like, shut up, Tristan. That is just insanely good with the chocolate chips. And yeah, there's nothing I could think of that's better. That's like the first thing that came to mind. So you know that it's good.
Yes. Okay, Josh, which ice cream flavor do you prefer?
I get the feeling that I'm gonna get flamed for this. I'm not a big fan of mint, and I'm not a big fan of peppermint. But my personal favorite is chocolate ice cream. I get it wherever I go. Especially if it's fudge. That's the best kind. Dark chocolate is really good, and fudge is really good. And white chocolate can die. But chocolate's my favorite because you could say I'm not exactly the biggest fan of mints and peppermints. I ate too many in my childhood and they burned my tongue off. So I can't stand them.
Okay. Thank you.
Although that is
Okay.
a really good question for a presidential debate.
Well then I'll one up that weird question and ask, if you were an animal, Mason, which animal would you be?
You know what? That's a hard one. But you know, birds are cool, but they die really easily within like 2 or 3 years. So I might be a dog because life is a lot easier. You just eat, you play, you sleep, and then you sleep again. So that would be the ideal life. Just having fun, sleeping, doing whatever you need necessary to
Yes.
have fun. And yeah, it's very convenient.
Okay, Josh. The same question. If you don't have an answer, that's all right.
I do have an answer. If I were an animal, I would be a human. But
Disqualified.
okay, can you just shut up, man? But if I had to choose, like, not that, I'd probably go with a dog too, because I'm already colorblind. It can't get much worse. Oh no, I only see shades of gray. How terrible. What's wrong? I won't get see when it's raining outside. A dog is definitely an ideal life, as long as I don't have to talk to it, because it means I don't have to talk to people. So yeah, not having to talk to people and the fact that I'm already colorblind are two big reasons why I'd like to be a dog, because they're colorblind and they don't have to talk to people.
Okay. Why,
Thank you so much. Now we will move on to the vice presidential debate. We'll be
Gosh.
asking basically, oh my gosh, we'll be asking basically the same questions. Because we didn't write any
Takes
others.
so long. Wait, no,
So-
okay. Why don't we ask just some of the other questions? Because if you're on the same
Michael's excited.
campaign.
Michael and Josh G need their time to shine.
Oh,
Okay.
I just typed so much.
I
That's
know,
okay,
I know. Well, if they have the same answers, we could just vice presidents. Do you mind if we just like? Well, Michael's already recording, so you don't have to type everything. You can just look back at the recording.
Okay.
We'll just do that. Katie's fingers are getting. Since you're recording, we don't have to write down all your answers because that's what Katie's been doing. She's been typing up a storm, and I don't want her fingers to fall
Oh
off.
gosh, wait 1 month.
Okay. Katie. Okay. So then we'll just
So I'm currently ghost busting, so I don't know if I can
Josh, you're disqualified.
You did
That's
not.
Okay, but
Josh, you kind of have
Josh,
to answer.
No, but
That's
would you have the
symbolism.
same answers
Okay,
as me?
what do you want me to answer then?
Symbolism.
No, would you have the same answers though as me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay,
wow,
we'll just
that's
have Mike-
easy.
Josh.
Well, you should still kind of answer them.
It's just that one. Yeah, I'll answer them.
hmm.
But if you hear screaming, then
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just go to the same
Okay.
questions. I'll start with Michael. Let me just reload my Discord. Sorry, that might happen a lot. Just so I can see everyone. Okay.
Oh, someone changed their nickname. Very nice.
Okay, I will start with the first question. You will both have 2 minutes to answer these questions. If the time runs out, I will ask you.
Why don't we short it to 1 minute or 1 minute and 30 seconds?
Yeah, you get less time. Well, no, I'll give you 2 minutes. It's fine. Michael's gonna freak out. Okay, you have 2 minutes. I will first ask Michael. How would you change or improve the policies of Fun World IHOP? You have 2 minutes. Your time starts now. You don't have to type.
Michael's kind of sus. I saw him vent.
Objection.
Okay,
I
sorry.
do
Okay,
not trust this man. or
Sorry,
the country.
sorry. I was just telling Katie she's enough to type. Thank you so much, Michael, for that. I'm just gonna wait for Katie to rejoin. And then
Objection, Your Honor. I do not oppose this best choice, man.
Thank you. Okay. So, oh, also please be muted at all times. I just don't want any interrupting. Just so we can keep this civilized and stuff. But after this debate, you can go ham. I don't care. Oh, and also their speeches. After their speeches, then you can go ham. I don't really care. Okay. Katie, you are muted, by the way. I will now ask the same question to Josh G. I can repeat the question. How would you change or improve the policies of Fun World IHOP? Josh G, you have 2 minutes to answer this question.
All right.
Okay, you may
Yes.
begin.
I feel like falsely banning, well, joke banning as some people call it, shouldn't be allowed. Shush. Instead of like banning when you're just gonna invite them back, you should just kick and not completely ban them. Also memes in general, that should be a thing. I feel like general should be allowed to have memes in it without
Moderation.
Josh, you're still mute. Is that at the end?
He meant to say moderation.
Okay.
yes, I meant to say moderation. I'm being
It's
held at
okay.
gunpoint.
No problem. No problem. Is that all? Josh, you're on mute.
No.
Okay, I think that's the end of Josh's answer. We are now going to move on to one of Katie's questions. She will ask Michael the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Hey, Michael, will you honestly listen to the thoughts and ideas of the members of this server? Yes, but like, how will you do that?
Questions.
Can I interject? Can I interject, please? Can I? No,
Yes.
I have a counterpoint.
Thank you. Okay. No, I will ask Josh G the same thing.
We have an
Mason,
interjection.
you can interject.
Yeah.
This isn't court, but whatever.
So following up on what Michael said, how there's no text channel that like tells what happened and where the servers came from or where the channels came from. Sorry. But yeah, there is. If you just look in the Me6 channel, you'll get a notification for when there's a new channel created, and that's been there for like a few weeks now. So yeah. Well,
The audit
yeah,
log says what
I
happened.
can definitely implement something along those lines.
Okay, thank you so much. I will now ask Josh G the same question. If you want, I can repeat it. Would you like me to repeat it? Oh,
Yes,
no, it's
please.
Katie's. Oh, it's Katie's. I'm sorry, Katie. My bad.
Okay.
Josh, okay, so like
Yes.
how, like, in what way will you listen to the members? Like, how will you implement their ideas? I think I just answered my question, but you can go.
Okay. I'm thinking of like a suggestions channel, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you suggest in the suggestions channel, like what your ideas are. Okay. I mean, we don't really use it, but I'm scared. Help me.
Okay, Josh. Oh, was that Kenobi? Oh, he's gone. Okay. I don't know why you turned his camera on, but okay. Thank you, Josh. I will now move on to asking one of my questions to Michael. Okay. So, sorry. What new policies would you add to Fun World IHOP? I know you already kind of elaborated on this, and if you want me to skip this question, I can, and I'll just ask you another question because the presidential candidates also just told me their policies, and I would think that you guys also share the same policies. But if you want to, then you can. Just let me know. I can skip it if you want. What do you guys think? Michael and Josh, you can tell me. I could just skip it. Is that okay? Okay, thanks.
Jerry.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Michael. Josh G, would you add any new policies, or would you just like to stick with what Mason has already said?
Yeah. I don't think we should have instant bans. Like we should give more chances, which Mason has given chances. Hoagies should get equal rights in the server, as long as they're not constantly spamming, which they haven't done so far. And yeah, pretty much the same thing as I said earlier. There shouldn't be false banning or joke banning. Just do kicking. And that's it pretty much. I can't mute.
Thank you,
Oh, no.
Josh. Okay, thank you so much, Josh. I will now let Katie ask one of her questions. If you want, we can skip some, speed it up, whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as you guys, you know what? Yeah, we'll just keep going. Katie, you want to ask one of your questions? Take your time. No problem.
Okay. Oh. I'm okay. I guess I'm okay. Unless everyone else is not okay. My
Okay.
questions are done.
If you want, we can do a speed run. Well, let's see.
Wait, I do have a
Oh.
question that I didn't ask before.
Okay.
So for any of the candidates, whether it's the presidential or the vice president people, how many like terms can the president run for? Because we don't want this guy being our president forever. So the floor is open to anyone. Okay. Anyone else?
Josh, if you want to answer the question as well, how many terms do you think the president or vice president should be allowed to serve? How many times do you think someone should be allowed to run any of those? Like, what certain time span, or like how many times do you think would work?
The time span, I think about a year should be fine. A year or less, like between 5 months and a year. Hold on, what's happening? Okay, that's in game. Hi Mason. Um, I think that there should be 3 times that you can run for president. Hold on, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, 3 times that you can go for president. About 5 months to a year. What was the rest of it that you wanted to know?
That was it. Like
That's basically it.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, I know you guys already stated a lot of your policies, stuff like that. Back to the question on like banning people. I know Mason said like warnings, and Josh said temp bans. Would you agree with your presidential candidate on all those things, or would you like to elaborate on what you would do? Michael? Oh, sorry. So, the thing, like, if someone breaks one of your policies or rules on the server, like saying a slur, what would you do? Like, would you temp ban them? Would you mute them for a certain amount of time and then ban them? Would you just agree with like what your presidential candidate said, or would you like to elaborate or say like what you would do, or do you just agree with what? Okay, thank you so much, Michael. Josh, would you would you like me to repeat the question? If so, I can. Or
Yes, please repeat the question.
okay, so what would you do if someone in the server said a slur or broke one of your policies? Would you temp ban them? Would you permanently ban them? Would you mute them? What procedures or consequences would that person have? Would you just agree with what your presidential candidate said? Or would you like to elaborate on what you would do?
Yes, I agree on what Mason said and how we give them like a chance after
Mason
they
as
are muted.
presidential.
What? What, Kenobi?
Kenobi, please don't interject.
Yes, only candidates can.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Katie, if you have any other questions you would like to ask, you can do so.
I don't think so. If everyone is ready, including the co-moderator, would any official endorsements, right? I guess.
Yes, we move on to official endorsements. Hi, Ninja. So far, if you guys, I know Josh said he'd like to copy and paste any other endorsements in the endorsements chat, or if anyone in this call would like to state that they endorsed either the Democratic Republic Party or the Birthday Party, you may do so now. Or if any of the candidates have proof that one of the people in the server endorse them, you may post the screenshots or quotes in the endorsements chat. And Katie and I have also written them down in the Google Doc that we have. So yeah.
Do you have proof? I'm just
Yeah. Do you have
asking.
like screenshots or a quote?
I do have proof.
Okay.
I do have
Or
proof,
you can message
but there's no need to send it. He's not allowed. It's not that he's not allowed to vote because he helped me with like my campaign, like James did. It's that he's not allowed to vote because he said the hard R N word and got himself either kicked or banned. I'm not certain which.
Multiple times I will.
Yeah, he's a multiple time offender. So he's not allowed to vote. There's no reason for us to send you the endorsement, even though I do have proof, and I'm pretty sure I have a screenshot of it.
Yes, I do have that. I believe.
But
oh wait, no, I don't.
James endorsed us. Malaya and Brenna both endorsed me, and Kenobi endorsed me.
Thank you. Mason, do you have
And
any?
I sent those 4 screenshots to Katie.
Yes, we have them in our doc.
Mason, yes, I do have an endorsement. Tristan?
Yeah.
Yes, I do have
endorse
that.
them.
Thank you. I also have that in a quote. If anyone in this call endorses anyone, you can just unmute
Like you
and
could
say
just
it.
yes.
So we could just type it in quotes.
Speak your mind, and maybe speak your mind of
That's the-
why you endorse them.
Yes, just say I endorse blah blah blah, so we can write it down in quotes, just so we have it.
No need. If
I endorse
you are
Jesse
already,
Ultra.
if you are already mentioned, there's no need to shout out who you endorse. You
Okay.
already mentioned. It's written down in proof. I sent mine to Katie. I
Yes.
think Mason may have sent his endorsements, Katie, if he had any written down in text, but otherwise.
Yes. Okay.
There's
Yes, any
Josh
endorsements?
and Michael, I think, because I think
Elaborate. Do you have evidence? Do you have evidence to back your claim?
Please stop. Please stop. Don't go into that. There's no need. There's
Thank you, Michael. I heard Leah say that she endorses Michael and Josh.
I endorsed Michael and Josh because I'm pretty sure Josh said something that I liked, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay. If you
So,
could just say I endorse Milk 2020, that'd be good.
what?
That's their
What?
that's their campaign.
the banner that Michael made, Milk 2020,
Or I endorse the
Democratic Republican Party.
Democratic Republic Party. It's actually Democratic Republic. That's what you told. So if you could just say I endorse the Democratic Republic Party. that'd be-
I endorse the Democratic Republic.
Thank you.
John, I know you were server muted, but if you want to endorse anyone right now publicly, you can.
Here, I can unmute him. I don't know who muted him, but
I'm good, thank
oh,
you.
you're unmuted. There you go.
You would not like to endorse anybody?
What the? Alright. I've been hearing this endorse word. I'm not really a political guy, so please tell me what the definition
Okay, so like,
of that word
who
is.
do you
Support.
only support? And you'll vote for,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Michael, I'm not gonna lie, I really like your policies for like what happens with the server mute, and I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those victims that did kind of server kick you for no reason, so I do say and I do respect that. So for right now, I endure Josh and Michael.
Okay. Thank you. I know Katie's typing that somewhere. I don't know where that is. It's down here, Katie. Under or wherever you put it. Okay. Thank you. Now I think we will move on to the big shebang, the presentations for Michael, Mason, Josh, and Josh. Since Mason is the current president, we will let him and Josh G go first with their slideshow presentations or their speeches. So Mason and Josh, you have the
Actually,
floor.
I'm pretty sure they have both. Mason
Um,
said a bit about it.
Should I give my speech?
Of course, yes. I mean, since you're the presidential candidate, you can go first.
You can hear me, right?
That is correct.
Alright. Am I like cutting out or anything?
No, I think you're good.
Alright. Should I do my speech or my slide first?
The speech should be
I'll
short.
do my
that
slide first.
Yeah, I would.
Speech.
I'll do the slide first.
Okay. As long as you don't mind sharing your screen with everyone, that would work.
Yeah, I'm just gonna share.
Okay.
What's going on? Hold on.
No problem. No problem. Oh, and he's gone.
How is everyone doing? Just off the record.
Anyone nervous?
I mean, I got a lot more endorsements than I was expecting, so that makes me
I
happy.
want to play Among Us.
Oh,
I've been playing Among Us
Alright.
most of the time, so I'm sorry. But
Oh my gosh.
I have to go to the bathroom.
please.
Okay, everyone, click on.
Josh. Just
Oh.
like phasmophobia. Josh, please
I-
stop.
What? Josh. Josh.
Yes. I'm unmuting.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm gonna reload Discord.
I'm trying. This Wi-Fi is just really bad.
Hello? Oh,
Oh.
good. Sorry. Sometimes my mic doesn't work.
It's just like not letting me share.
1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Should I just present from my phone?
Sure, that's fine. If you just want to like hold it up to the screen.
Yes.
Or just like read your slides. You can do that
Hold
too.
on. I'll tell you when it's over. Bye.
Sorry for that barking.
Okay. My Chromebook is so bad. Hold on, let me just reload it. Josh, you can present first if you want. I'm gonna be a few minutes.
I think you should actually
Okay.
say your speech before you do your presentation.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. As long as you have it prepared, or like the other Josh, if you want to if you have a slideshow, you can do that.
I
Or
do have
speech.
a slideshow, but Mason should go first.
Okay.
Claire, I just have to tell you something real quick.
Oh sure. What's up? Oh, you're on mute. Oh, she's been server muted.
I wonder why.
I'm gonna.
Oh no.
What's
Okay,
up?
now can I talk? For a question, I'm watching the stream and
Uh-huh.
and you guys just talking, and it's funny.
Oh,
One
thank
part
you.
only one part when Mason.
Good question.
Only because Mason showed the
Someone on my
picture.
account?
No, I'm not on your account.
I wasn't talking about you.
Okay, but I was watching this. I subscribed to the dude with the vest on. I don't know what that's for.
Oh yeah, Michael. You subscribed to
You
Michael.
said that
Cool.
you endorsed Mason and Josh, correct?
Well,
Wait, can we have an official statement,
Well,
please?
but when can I be a candidate? Can I start?
She doesn't
Well,
understand.
You can be a candidate
It's
for the
too
next
late.
election, but since this is already underway, you'll have to
Wait,
wait.
you can be the third party. Can't you be a
Alright.
third party?
No, since I'll.
It's
I have
too
my
late.
slideshow ready.
She missed the deadline.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well,
The deadline was probably yesterday. Oh, Mason has his presentation up.
Okay, everyone,
Mason,
everyone, mute.
yes. Okay.
Cool.
Alright, are you guys ready?
Wait,
Yeah.
but what else can I sign up for? Can I just do something? Just
You
so
can
I'm
vote
bored?
next Friday.
Yes, you can vote.
I already voted. I voted already.
Oh,
No, you
so
can't-
The
you
election
can't
didn't
vote yet.
happen. You have to do
You-
endorsements.
you can
Yeah, you can't
endorse
vote yet.
someone. You can endorse. You can openly support a party, a campaign. If you would like.
You speak on.
Oh, hold on. Oh, there we go.
Alright.
Hi, YouTube. Wow.
Blue Plus.
Okay.
Mason is starting his present. No, she left.
Oh,
I was gonna ask her to mute, but that works too.
yeah. Mason, could you turn your camera around?
Alright. Why I should win president of Fun World, and there's my sign. Woo.
I can't wait to
Fun
watch
spin.
this.
Alright. Hoagie equality. Hoagies are not able to become regular citizens of Fun World with the same benefits as other members. Mason is very cool.
He is. I can verify that.
Thank you. I'm in touch with this generation. Michael and Josh are very out of touch with our generation. Josh listened to Undertale music, which was popular 4 years ago, and Michael listened to classical music, which was popular 400 years ago. And there's a picture of Michael, Josh, and James. Alright. I'm a
It's
great
more like
leader.
4,000 years ago,
This-
actually.
This is me holding a baby. And
Is that Tristan?
only great leaders hold babies.
Oh.
Michael is weird. He rages. He rages at Among Us.
Well, no. Michael,
Yeah,
that's a
also
bit far.
mothers touch
That's a
babies,
bit
Michael.
far,
Josh,
Michael.
Josh,
And parents in general.
Josh Harry Bird is a war criminal. And these are pictures of Josh. The end. Vote for me for a free cookie. And that was it. That was my
Alright.
Good job,
that was my,
like, good job.
Thank you for
so I'll
sharing.
DM
I have
him.
an
Thank
essay
you.
speech that
Do you have a
preferably
speech?
doesn't
Oh wait, hold
include
on. Let me
ad
give my
hominem.
speech now.
Okay.
It kind of touched up on one of the subjects in the slideshow, but that's whatever. Let me just find it first. Okay. If you like how the server is run now, I would say vote for my campaign. And if you don't, tell me. If you like how the server changes its theme every now and then, vote for my campaign. Fun World is an ever-expanding place with new places added every few weeks/days. If you want creativity and a president in touch with our generation, vote for Mason in the polls. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mason. Josh G, do you have anything to add? Do you have like a speech or presentation? Or if not, you could just like say, yeah, I'm with Mason.
No,
And that works.
I'm with Mason.
Okay, thank you.
Here's my keyboard.
What do you
No.
think?
Okay, well,
Go
just
ahead.
don't
Too
get
late.
don't get too
Don't get all
Political.
shouty. Don't get all
Can you
shouty.
add homonym to minimum, please?
Michael,
So what
Michael,
happened
this
to
is not
Blaze?
important. Michael, this is not important.
Michael,
What?
that's
Hold on.
not
Thank you,
the
Michael.
important point,
What?
but
Okay,
that
okay.
wasn't an
All right.
You're
important
only a
point.
2000 kid if you buy shoes every
Thank
week.
you.
Backwards
Okay,
baseball
I am
cowboy.
here. Oh wait,
Okay.
shoot, not muted on Discord.
Josh, you didn't have like a speech or anything, right?
No, sorry, I just wasn't muted.
Okay. No problem. Okay, Josh. Oh,
Josh?
sorry.
I don't actually have a speech, but I have a kind of long PowerPoint presentation. Let me
Gosh.
just share my screen.
Oh, not like the projects.
It's like it's like 9 slides long.
Oh,
Okay, that's not that bad.
You can
Please
share.
end it.
Go ahead. As long as it wasn't like the other projects, we had like a 50-page slideshow.
It's up.
Okay, it's loading.
Thank you.
When I'm just...
You guys can see this.
Yep.
Oh yes, I can.
Yeah,
It's
I
It's
can.
a blue bar.
If everyone's good,
Everyone see?
give them a yes or whatever.
I can start.
I don't agree with that first point, Josh.
Okay, Josh, you may
Everyone agree
begin.
with blue lines? Okay, whatever. I'll just start now. Just
Okay.
making sure for the last time you guys can see just fine. Yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I wanted to give this a professional air, so I'm going to, start like an actual presentation. I have a presentation mostly to collect my thoughts, but also to have everything I want to say laid out bare bones in front of you so you can make your own decisions. Change policies. While I keep the policies in place mostly the same, there are some I'd change or add to the present rule. Hoagies will be allowed in the server and will be given a clean slate. We can all agree that the war between Fun World and Hoagies was stupid as hell, so I'll choose to ignore their actions in the war. Both sides were wrong in some way, so demonizing one while ignoring the actions of the other is hypocritical, and I prefer to avoid that as well as I can. Consequences will be outlined. This was part of the server that was changed, and I prefer changed back. A channel outlining what will happen and what penalties you'll receive for breaking certain rules must be added. Personally, out of all my policies, this is one I'd most hope to see put in place, other than the impeachment rule. An infraction system. This is I think it goes back to one of the questions Katie asks. If someone gets enough warnings by spamming or does anything prohibited that isn't really that bad, like banning someone for no reason other than personal beef, you'll get an infraction. About infractions. That's a slow zoom in. I don't know why that's slow. Okay. When someone gets an infraction, they will be stripped of all their privileges and given a role called detained. This role takes some of your permissions away, such as the ability to use certain text channels, use certain voice channels, and use bots. So you wouldn't be able to play music with Hydra or something. They will also be muted for 5 hours following the infractions, and 19 more hours after that, they will have a detained role. Infractions add up. If you get 5 infractions within 4 months, you get kicked from the server. This is basically a temporary ban for 5 minutes, so it's more of an alert to, hey, you're breaking the rules, you should really stop. 12 more infractions or 4 more kicks, you get banned from the server for 5 days. So this is really just an infraction system. I didn't mean to put these in by paragraph, but I will just do this. So 3 warnings are equal to 1 infraction. So you keep spamming, you're going to get an infraction eventually. This system was made so it's unlikely anyone would get permanently banned. If someone gets to the point where they would get perm banned, they're either toxic and spam slurs, or they really want to be perm banned. This entire ladder will be kept in a separate channel along with everyone's counts on like warnings and infractions and how many times they've been kicked, how many times they've been temporarily banned, stuff like that. And obviously, it would be too cluttered if I kept everyone there. It would only just be for if you actually managed to get yourself a warning or temp ban or something. Here are all of the like the things that can get you. So spamming is a warning. Unjust bans or like the I don't like you, leave forever. That gives you an infraction because obviously, unbanning someone who was temporarily banned is an infraction. That person gets rebanned. If they were given a temporary ban, it's very, very likely that they deserved it. Unless it was for comedic effect, like Michael has said many, many times. Abuse of admin privileges is an infraction. This right here, you can see kicking/banning someone for no reason is allowed under the condition it was for comedic effect, and the ban is removed within 2 minutes. The comedic effect rule is one I'm hesitant to implement. It would be very easy to abuse, but I also don't want to give people infractions based on a harmless joke that's over in 2 minutes. Personally, if I'm elected, I'd rather hold a vote on this rule instead of implement it outright. So just take that with a grain of salt. Don't let that rule be the deciding factor in who you vote for, because it might not get implemented anyway. More changed policies. Presidential and vice presidential candidates stay admins. Basically, Mason doesn't lose all control of his server just because he loses the election. And it's the same with me. I feel like I should still have admin if I lose the election because, I mean, I was still trusted enough to be in the election. It's the same with Mason. Memes are allowed in general. General is still more for talking, but pictures aren't strictly prohibited. Don't spam pictures in general. That's still not allowed. You can spam them in meme hole, but not in general. No prejudice by or towards either side of the war. Hoagies can't belittle or yell at Funworlders just because they supported Funworld. Same with the other side. You can't kick or ban Hoagies just because they were Hoagies and opposed you in this war. This last rule is the most important to me, other than the one I said. I think it's slide 2. It is an impeachment rule. If the leader acts unjustly and refuses to cede a reason, they lose ownership of the server based on a vote by the citizens, and the vice president steps up. That leader is prohibited from running in the next election. This was made to prevent raid wars like the Hoagie War that nobody really likes to talk about. I forgot to write this down here, but if the owner refuses to even give up ownership of the server, it's very likely that you just migrate to a different server and use that until the owner ceases to reason. Never mind. Let's go back. Now, here's an important question for me to answer: why I should be president over Mason. Please understand that this is not a slide meant to show ill will towards Mason. Rather, I just believe he is not as qualified to lead a server as some others. His first point: Mason appears as a megalomaniac to anybody who opposes him in an argument. A megalomaniac is someone who has an obsession with and hunger for power. James can attest to this fact. As soon as Mason joined his server, he asked for admin privileges. Mason has assured people that he's trying his best to change, and I believe him. But I haven't noticed much change in his leadership, especially after he's driven out a good amount of members based on this alone. Mason incited raids on Funworld through irresponsible leadership and a refusal to accept his wrongdoing. I am not calling Mason a hypocrite, at least not outright. But when he banned Kenobi from Funworld after the end of the war, and a day or two before the election began, an argument of sorts broke out between us where he blamed Kenobi for being annoying and how he's still hung up over a fake war report, and that's why he was banned. This is very close to falling over banning someone over personal prejudice, because the two had been arguing for about a week. I didn't think this was right, so I defended Kenobi. Obviously, though, through a joke about the joke, he wasn't being serious, but he still banned Kenobi under what I perceive to be personal and unfair circumstances. Mason refuses to compromise on any issue and has a take-it-or-leave-it attitude. This is more based on how he acts when you argue with him, where he refuses to compromise on any point you may bring up, assuming that he's always in the right 100% of the time. Again, Mason has said that he's trying to get better at this, but it feels like someone who acts this way should not have as much power as he has now, also known as he needs someone who can both tell him he's being a douche and someone to stop him from using power under the terms of acting like a douche. Now, these previous points are reasons why you should not vote for Mason. However, they were not points on why you should vote for me instead. I am not as stringent as Mason. Stringent is another word for strict. and both definitely apply to Mason. This is showcased no more anywhere else than his most controversial rules. No posting memes in general. On the surface, it seems like a normal rule, but under the surface, you can see that he doesn't mean no memes in general. What he instead enforces is you're not allowed to post media of any type, pictures, memes, videos, anything in general. This, in my opinion, is much too strict for anything, and even isn't the only example. As you can tell from my 6th slide, I not only allow pictures in general, but I also want to outline consequences for the rule and not selectively enforce any. I will take precautions to ensure the toxic behavior will not continue into our new era of IHOP. Toxicity is a big problem with our server, and with the rules against slurs and bullying, I will implement. Bullying being defined as 2 or more people incessantly picking on a single outline person for reasons outside their control, i.e., speech impediment or their race. I will attempt to quell this problem. It actually didn't go over the bullying rule, but it's basically the same as using a slur in a joking context. You just get temporarily banned for a few days. This final point is one of contention. Mason has no possible way to punish him for his wrongdoings in the current server. In my rules, I have ensured that if I break any rules, an impeachment form can be started. This is going back to what I said in the previous slide. If the majority of the server agrees that not that I should be impeached, but that I broke a rule, the vice president steps up. If the current president refuses to give up control of the server, a member who started the forums, assuming it was successful, should make a different server and people should migrate there. Okay, so this is my final speech. Overall, I wish that everyone votes based on who they believe will make the most positive changes to Fun World, along with the fewest negative ones. Please do not vote for one or the other based on personal bias. I'm looking at you, Kenobi, as that will skew the election. Look at our points, look at our policies, and decide which is best for the server. Thank you all for your time.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Josh. Like Kenobi suggested, he wanted to ask if anyone who was watching could ask questions to any of the candidates. I don't know if he's watching Michael's stream or not. He is not in the voice channel right now. But if anyone wants to ask any questions, now is your time. Ask whoever you want. And then, yeah, and that'll be it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask any of the candidates now.
Okay. So I have a question out of the general no posting memes. Did we get banned from that?
No, but the meme gets deleted, the picture gets deleted, the media gets deleted, and Mason kind of just says, hey, no posting memes in general. It gets to such a point where we've memed it just based on how ridiculous it is, although it is just a rule in other servers.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone else have any other questions? Michael, if anyone on your stream is watching, they can ask a question. Anyone on this call, you can ask any of them.
And again, for Michael,
Okay, well that's fine. Josh, did you want to say something?
also has a stream running, right?
I believe he does. So if
say,
anyone
I was
on
going
Mason's
to
stream,
tell Michael just in case, like, we wanted to argue any points in the future. Try to keep the ad hominem to the minimum, because I've seen that's like a problem with you. Use a lot of that even when you're having respectful arguments, and it makes me not want to have you as my running mate sometimes.
Hello?
Hello?
hello.
Hi. I'm back.
Ad hominem, you use it a lot. Like, you're trying to provoke Mason, you're trying to provoke Josh and back them into a corner so they say something stupid. I'd rather you not do that because it makes me look bad and it makes you look bad. Because it makes you look really aggressive.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I have.
Yeah,
one
I
more
will also be right back. I have to get off my VR.
Okay.
When are we gonna vote?
Okay,
That's Friday.
Next
Next
week.
Friday.
Okay, a form will be
What?
sent out
Wait, what was the point of this?
to rally and to see
Wait,
what
this was
everyone's
the-
points and
this
stances
was
are.
the debate. Oh.
Yeah.
Also
Yeah,
because
just
we're in the
debate.
debate VC, but
One
Is
more
there, is there
question.
is there any way we can do that? I don't want to do it today, but is there any way that we can kind of do this like before Friday?
Yeah, aren't you allowed to vote early, but it ends on
Yeah,
Friday?
can we already vote? I already know who I want to vote
We
for.
could just we could open the polls early if Katie's ready.
it'll be
Not
ready
the hacker.
tomorrow. It will be ready
I
tomorrow.
have one more question. What will you get banned?
Were
Let
you
me
not
say-
listening to the?
So for what?
Do you mean in the current rules or like in
The
the
current
Okay,
future rules?
okay,
Current
okay, hacker.
rules. Oh my God, Michael's dead.